If I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. And I want y'all to realize that.
According to Barbie, she is the reason people are watching the WNBA. She is the reason that people are paying $16 to watch the Chicago Bravado play the Phoenix Masculines later today. What a matchup! The Bravado.
Don't you think Angel Reese was all lashes and smiles? Rethink your thought. This time, when the Chicago sky melted like microwaved ice cream, she exploded like a soda bottle on her own coach during a scientific fair. Was it ardor? Did someone just forget to pass the ball again? Or was it anger? In any case, people are yelling "suspend her" in response to this catastrophic collapse. This is more than simply a loss, so fasten your seatbelt. It's a full-fledged soap opera set in the court.
The cap of caps. For the better part of 2 years, maybe even 3 years, the mainstream media has been trying to convince us that Angel Reese is a huge star. Some in the media even do investigative journalism and claim that Angel Reese is the face of the WNBA because she leads the league in followers on social media, along with missed layups and a complete lack of athleticism.
You would believe that Angel Reese's entire family had been humiliated by a clipboard. She slapped it from the assistant coach's hands as if it were a debt to her. The Chicago Sky bench was undecided on whether to call an exorcism or a timeout. A game is playing at one point. The next, we're all seeing Yaida, the Angel Reese saga performed by a single woman. Third act.
It's garbage. Golly. Man, Angel Reese with a triple single, 9 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. She was a minus 25. She was 1 for 1 from the field, and it was a three-pointer. She shot 100% from the field. She made a 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. 9 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Terrible game. Minus 25. Man, the Sky, bro, I don't know what y'all gonna do. Y'all like the punching bag between the Sky and the Connecticut Sun.
Since Liz Cambage chose to cosplay as Dennis Rodman sans the rings, the WNBA hasn't seen this much turmoil. On national television, however, Angel is shown utterly losing it and slapping clipboards like she's swatting flies at a barbecue. What is the role of the league? Nothing at all. Because it seems that having tantrums is now seen as a sign of competitive spirit. Welcome to the WNBA, where you may win Player of the Week instead of getting punished for being insane, provided you generate enough social media impressions.
Now, guys, y'all saw what happened with Angel Reese. It took her 36 minutes to get it. And as soon as she got it, all these records, right? And why can't I celebrate it? The night before, she was just crashing out on social media, talking about all the fans who hate her because she's cute, hate her because of her rebound. And then what got to her was the whole me bounds thing, where people are saying that most of her rebounds come off of her shots. Y'all, if y'all watch this channel, y'all have probably seen, her social media take on that night before the game.
The league supporters were left clutching their remote controls and pearls, wondering what level of affluence they must achieve before slapping office supplies turns into a performance piece. To answer your question, this wasn't heat of the moment intensity. This was main character syndrome at its worst.
And in simple, you'll get a response. And, what's this response I get? Let's go through this together like it was in real time. Angel Reese said people watch the WNBA to see her play. Today is a perfect example of why people don't watch the WNBA at all. Okay, so already this is not trending good. Caitlin Clark is out. Angel Reese is playing. Tickets for the game, $3. Okay, that's a joke they run on the Clippers a lot of times. That doesn't really get to me. Angel Reese pulling up the games like it's New York Fashion Week. Oh, this is what she wore to the game. Not mad at that. Everybody has seen Debo Samuel show up to games and play well and also not play so well. So I'm still a little torn. I don't know what happened. Then I see this, leaving with 4 points and 2 rebounds.
$10 hairdryer, but rather of getting back together, restarting, or I'm not sure, standing up for someone, Angel Reese grabs the clipboard as if it had just insulted her mother.
Angel Reese needs to be better at basketball. I'm not talking about as a person. I'm not talking about as a podcaster. I'm not talking about at the Met Gala. She needs to be a better player if we want this rivalry to be able to have some staying power. She had a very, very busy offseason, but at this moment, it does not seem like the offseason involved a lot of Mikan drills of left-handed layups. Right now, Angel Reese, she is a wildly famous rebound.
Now picture yourself as the assistant coach. While you're out there attempting to sketch a move that might perhaps salvage your career and dignity, Angel Reese uses your dry erase marker to deliver a WWE smackdown. You aren't even angry. All you're doing is reflecting on your life decisions. Angel, meantime, is stomping around as if her Gatorade has been stolen. Additionally, the WNBA responded with a glitter-dipped participation ribbon and a courteous shrug. You can practically picture Kathy Angelbert giving her a reality TV deal with one hand and a bonus check in the other if you pay close attention. Get out of here, baby. Technological birds. Our goal is to get famous on TikTok. In addition, could someone please explain how Angel Reese was sent to the free throw line 15 times in a single game? 15? That line isn't a stat. That anointing is heavenly. She could have used layups to pay off the national debt at that pace.
So even though everybody might think you're the greatest, everybody might be so excited about your performance, you scored 40 points, you come into the press conference, you're like, I guess the shots were just falling for me. Not, I'm the best and none of these motherfuckers can guard me, because they respect the game, they respect the players. The reason so many people don't like Angel Reese is because she's self-proclaiming herself to be something that she has not done yet. She said, I am the reason why people are watching the WNBA. But it's not true. What's crazy is her fans don't even watch her game.
When the officials are essentially gift-wrapping the game with a ribbon and a scented candle, you can tell it's been rigged. As they sat in the stands, Chicago Sky supporters question, did we just watch a basketball game or an emotional support session? The Sky continued to lose. They lost despite all of the officiating assistants, Angel Reese acting like she was trying out for a Broadway breakdown, and the assistant coach's recent official diagnosis of post-traumatic clipboard syndrome. Once more, you have to nearly praise the constancy. The Sky would win gold each year if choking were an Olympic sport. Angel may start missed opportunities and bad attitudes, a yoga studio, perhaps even a whipping in public. However, Angel Reese receives a highlight reel and a press conference, the reasoning of the league. She is enthusiastic, I see. Yes, exactly. Zeal. Since the beginning of PR crisis management, this has been the standard justification for inappropriate conduct. You're not unmanageable. You simply have a fire personality. It's not rude. Grit is what it is. It's not a clipboard assault. It's the leadership.
Now, for the wildly overrated and shockingly underrated Angel Reese, I saw on X, formerly Twitter, the other day that Angel Reese was getting bombarded with criticism for her sorry performance in Chicago's 79-52 home loss to Caitlin Clark's Fever without the injured Caitlin Clark. Ah, man. Angel wound up with a grand total of 4 points on 2 out of 7. Didn't shoot a single free throw. Although she did have 12 rebounds, her average, which does lead the league. But a couple of times Angel drove it and flung up just these wild shots from 3 or 4 feet that missed the rim by, 3 or 4 feet.
And now, like the Hunger Games, the fan base is pulling itself apart. She should be suspended right now, according to half of the population. With the help of dote tracks, the other half create shrine collages on Instagram. One side sees Beyoncé wearing Jordans, while the other sees a pampered athlete who has little regard for authority. No intermediate ground exists. Either Team Chaos or Team Clipboard applies to you. Furthermore, don't even attempt to critique her. A swarm of social media warriors will invade your feed like you're the antagonist in a Disney movie if you use even a single word that even vaguely resembles discipline. Ignore logical discussion. Now it's all about vibrations. The poor Chicago Sky supporters, however, are only attempting to make it through another heartbreaking season. These days, Whatever new turmoil is breaking out on the sidelines takes precedence over the scoreboard. Coaches pray instead of planning. Officials are not referees. They attempt to avoid looking at one another. Additionally, fans exist only to see the memes. Let's not act as though Angel Reese doesn't have skill. She is athletic. She is a physical person. If the ball had offended her, she bounces back. However, undeveloped potential is like a glittering grenade. And she's blowing up in real time right now.
Angel Reese. What happened to the Angel Reese fan base? Have y'all truly abandoned Angel Reese? Is the star shining? The star shine dimming on Angel Reese now? Have her own people just left her? Have they forgotten her? Do they no longer love her? I mean, she celebrates mediocrity with the me bound thing that she thinks that she's just gonna so randomly get. I know people all thought that was brilliant and so forth, and she can make whatever t-shirts she wants. You do know that patents are not just trademarks are not just given. They take 12 to 18 months for approval, and half of them are rejected.
We are not seeing the ascent of a celestial body. We are witnessing a highly visible implosion, disguised as empowerment. This isn't a desire for triumph. This is a need for attention, approval, and that adorable viral video. She is aware that it is the most harmful aspect of it. She is aware that the league will not deal with her. She is aware that every outburst earns her a podcast sponsorship and an additional 100,000 Instagram followers. Because controversy generates engagement, she is aware that every time she hits a clipboard, someone at ESPN feels a little tingly. You know who is harmed? And the league, which is gradually turning into a carnival where the clowns handle human resources and the elephants have Twitter accounts. What comes next? Simple. When faced with a problematic player who brings in opinions, the WNBA responds as it always does. The meltdown is rebranded. The story will focus on unadulterated passion and emotional intensity by the next week. It's likely that someone will begin offering personalized clipboards with Angel's image. Indeed, they will run out of stock in 5 minutes.
So it was literally a case of, Angel Reese got in by coaches. So the only players that I would assume are going to get in on, based on that is, I think it'll probably be, I think Caitlin will, obviously. Caitlin will get in. And I think it's to pick the starters, I think. So I think it'll be Caitlin, it'll be Fee, it'll be Aaliyah, it'll be Aja, it'll be Stewie, it'll be Paige. Angel Reese is 13th in All-Star voting, lads. She is 13th in All-Star voting.
Fans demanding repercussions, however, will be disregarded more quickly than a G League data sheet. What would be refreshing, do you know? If only the league would have once said, hey, disrespecting your coaches and having tantrums isn't the look. Rather, they will continue to feed the beast.
Why?
Due to the fact that controversy makes money. Drama is money. Additionally, accountability is simply detrimental to company. Thus, don't anticipate being suspended. Anticipate a documentary. With unique footage of clipboard abuse and sponsored foul shots, Angel Reese the Untouchable will soon be available on a streaming service in your area. Reese is only the present spokesperson for a league that prioritizes drama above discipline, but it's not just her genuineness. Kathy Engelbert would give her a bouquet of flowers and a gift card if she threw a bottle of water at the mascot. It's an obvious message. Take action. Make money. The finest part of all of this, though, is the excuses. Oh, the delectable justifications for the tear-soaked spin doctor. It seems like Angel Reese was simply expressing her enthusiasm, or, as I like to say, a leader who was misunderstood. Indeed, in 2025, forcibly removing clipboards from coaches' hands, like to their nasty ex-partners, is now a part of leadership.
Had lost its new point guard, the great Courtney Vandersloot, to just an awful knee injury. She tore her ACL. That was in the first quarter. That took the life out of the home team and took the quarterback out of the offense. But still, Angel looked pretty sorry, as she often does. I'm just being honest. I mean, as a post player, shooting a lot of point-blank shots at the rim, Last year, Angel made only 39% of her shots. Huh? Which ranked 50th of 55 players.
Naturally, the Angel stands appear, swarming on social media like gulls to a French fry. She is young. She is gaining knowledge. She is a queen. She was even likened to Serena Williams by one fan, which is absurd given that Serena never had to use body slam office supplies to establish her authority. However, leave TikTok. Let's just call it that. Ego wearing a jersey. Winning wasn't the goal here. It had nothing to do with strategy. The goal was to ensure that the cameras captured every moment of her breakdown from 3 aesthetically pleasing perspectives. And they did. The mission has been completed. She even spent more time on the screen than playing the game. The assistant trainer. Following the smack that was audible across the court, she disappeared. We are aware of the incident and will handle it internally, which is PR jargon for, we're hoping everyone forgets this by Thursday, is all that was mentioned in the press release. They won't, spoiler warning, since the WNBA is no longer about who plays best. Teams that really respect their coaches and refrain from clipboard assault end up at the bottom of the algorithm. Who can have the most dramatic outburst?
You made some comments about Angel Reese.
Yeah.
You called her garbage compared to Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I love black people. Mwah, 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 mwah. But I think sometimes we do play the race card too much. This ain't racial. This is about sports. This is about athletic ability. You know what I'm saying? And when you look at Caitlin Clark's game, who's very reminiscent of a Steph Curry based on her range and shooting the three, plus everything else she does. And then you look at Angel Reese. Stop it.
And let's face it, ESPN would have hosted a funeral if Caitlin Clark had smashed a clipboard out of a coach's hand. There would have been emergency Zoom panels with previous Olympians, candlelight vigils, op-eds, and Skip This would have completely lost it in a cardigan. The same referee who sent Angel to the foul line 15 times signs a bonus check for her and gives her a standing ovation. Where does it stop, then? In order to survive timeouts, players would arrive wearing body armor, while the coach would bring backup clipboards. Every outburst is presented as a teaching moment. I am the Queen of England if this is what it means to be a leader. It's time for someone in the league to see that being a celebrity entails more than simply a highlight reel and a following that will overlook inappropriate behavior because it garners attention. Just be aware that this art form is disappearing. Because Angel Reese is the league's premier gas station and the WNBA is now operating on drama gasoline. Perhaps that is the ultimate plan. Perhaps a new era of sports has arrived, one in which victories are optional, points are meaningless, and public outbursts are only calculated marketing gimmicks. Perhaps we are all only extras in the Angel Reese movie universe, anticipating her next move. Additionally, it's possible that the true clipboard was the companions we made along the